Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Zero Recommendations. I'm Zero, and of course, we're going to talk about movies. This is our third episode, and handpicked 5 movies for you guys. Maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't. If not, we'll take a look at them. So let's get right into it. Now, the first movie I'm going to recommend is one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely top 10, probably top 5 all time, definitely. I don't have a favorite movie, but if I were to pick one, this would definitely be in the conversation. Now, it's a sci-fi movie, and it's called Sunshine. This is one that I think kind of just got lost in the shuffle when it came out in theaters. I actually saw this movie in theaters. I own it on DVD. I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times. It's definitely one of my favorite movies ever. It's so good. It stars Cillian Murphy, who you might know from Red Eye or Peaky Blinders or whatever, or 28 Days Later, and Rose Byrne, who's a fantastic actress, and Chris Evans, who we all know as Captain America now, but they're all very good in this movie. The whole cast is very good. The acting's excellent. And basically it's a sci-fi movie where the premise is, it kind of takes place like in the future. I'm not sure how far in the future, I don't remember. The sun is dying, so that means people on Earth are going to be dying. It's kind of like creating an ice age on Earth. So this crew has been sent out to go kind of reignite the sun with this big, huge, what they call payload, which is like a huge bomb to kind of blow it up and reignite it. And it could be a suicide mission. You don't know. I'm not going to give away too much because things happen later in the movie that kind of change what's going on. It gets really crazy, and stuff I didn't think was going to be happening in the movie ends up happening. It's really, really good. There's a tremendous soundtrack to this, tremendous acting. Just very, very good. If you like sci-fi stuff and you haven't seen this, make sure you watch it. Sunshine. I can't recommend it more. It's such a good movie. I always recommend it to people. Everybody I show it to ends up liking it because it's just a really, really good movie. So Sunshine. Okay, next one I'm going to recommend is another sci-fi movie, actually. Sticking with the sci-fi theme, called Pandorum. This one's more of a sci-fi slash horror movie, I guess you could say. It's about a crew that's stranded on a ship, and there's like sort of like these creatures or aliens that are kind of like attacking them and hunting them, and they're trying to survive. And it stars Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster, and Cam Gigandet. Again, well acted. A very good movie with a big twist at the end that I didn't see coming. It's pretty interesting, actually. So make sure you stick around to the very end of the movie. So Pandorum. Good action in this one, too, as well. And it kind of reminds me of the Dead Space video games. It's about the closest thing to a Dead Space movie as we've ever gotten up to this point. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, next one, getting out of the sci-fi genre, heading into the comedy, and it's Sorority Boys. Yes, Sorority Boys. Now this is this movie's ridiculous. What can I say? I've watched this movie a ton of times. My friends and I, we love it. It stars Barry Watson, Michael Rosenbaum, and Harlan Williams, and their chemistry together is just so good. They basically, they are from frat kids in a college. They get kicked out of college. They kind of get framed and get kicked out of college. And so to get back in, they dress up as women and kind of, get themselves as girly as possible to sneak into a sorority and be a part of this sorority and keep going to school. It's a lot of ridiculous things happen. Just imagine what could happen with all that, and it pretty much will happen in this movie. It's it's really funny. I'm a big fan of Michael Rosenbaum, and he delivers in this one in a comedy role. It's a lot of fun. Just, if you have some buddies over, you need a comedy to watch, just slapstick, ridiculous humor, this is one for you. I enjoy this movie a lot. I always have, and I always will. Okay, fourth movie. This is a kind of a fantasy action movie, I guess you could call it. It's called Sucker Punch. Now, this movie came out several years ago. It was pretty popular at the time. I remember when I saw this, at the time it was like my favorite movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, but this one, if you haven't seen Sucker Punch, you want to see this movie. It is action-packed, stars Vanessa Hudgens and Emily Browning. and it's basically it's got a very comic booky feel to it, like very much so. I don't know if it's based on a graphic novel or not. I couldn't tell you that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Um, there's some crazy villains, crazy action fight scenes, really good acting, great soundtrack. Man, this is a really good movie. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I haven't watched this in a long time. I should probably watch this again. I do own it. Sucker Punch. Watch this one. If you're a fan of action or anything comic book related, you're gonna like this movie. It's really really good. Okay, last one I'm gonna recommend for you guys today is a mystery thriller called I Know Who Killed Me, starring Lindsay Lohan and Neil McDonough. Now this is before Lindsay Lohan kind of went off the grid, or pretty much isn't as popular as she once was. Now we all know that, but she is a fantastic actress when she wants to be, and she's very good in this. I really like the visuals in this movie. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like the color palettes, and I guess you're gonna see the color blue a lot throughout this movie. I Know Who Killed Me, and there's a bit of a twist at the end that may or may not see coming. It's a really really good movie. Like I said, if you want something like a good mystery, like thriller kind of movie, this is a good one to watch. I don't think it's on Netflix or anything, but if you can find it cheap somewhere, definitely give it a try. I've watched this movie several times and I've enjoyed it every time I've watched it. I was pleasantly surprised by this when I first saw it. I was like, I'll give it a try, and I ended up really liking it. So if you're into thriller movies, this is one you should probably check out for sure. I Know Who Killed Me. Does she really? You'll find out. Anyways, so tell me what your recommendations are, guys, or movies that you really enjoy. Let me know. I wouldn't say I have a favorite movie, at least to this point, because I think I haven't seen my favorite movie yet, if that makes sense. I feel like once I see my favorite movie, I'll know. I just have a lot of movies I really, really like. I'm not like a movie buff. I don't go out to the movies that often anymore because it's very expensive, but I still own a pretty good collection of DVDs, so I'm going through those and just thinking the movies I've watched and I've enjoyed. Actually, I should touch, I just saw Captain Marvel yesterday because there was a $5 matinee here. And I do recommend that. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, just it's a really good movie. It's a really good Marvel movie. One of my favorite Marvel movies, probably. And I recommend that as well. Anyways, wow, I look like a mess, don't I? Look at my hair, guys. Look at my hair. My hair is everywhere. It's everywhere. But thank you. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate you guys coming in with ideas for these episodes, especially you, Sean, Beantown Hero. You've been coming up with some good ideas for this. Give me more ideas, guys, for what you think I should do topics on for this series. I can obviously, I'll do more music. I'll do more TV shows and stuff because I got plenty of that stuff to recommend. I'm just trying to hit up some different topics to start off the series so we can get it going. And probably pick about 5 for each one, maybe more, but I want at least 5. I think 5 is a pretty good number to go with. So, yeah, let me know what your movies are that you really enjoy in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies and if you like them. Hope to see you all for the next episode of Zero Recommendations. And until next time, 0 is the number. Where's the stop button on this thing? There we go. Jeez. You would think I had never used this program before.